Hi everyone, and welcome back to the final week of our summer camp sew along, hosted by Pat Sloan at her website ilovetomakequilts.com. If you haven't done so already, pop over to her website, download this week's pattern, come back here and we'll show you how to do it. Okay folks, for this week's block, you should have already cut out all of your fabrics as per the instructions, and you would have 4 light rectangles, 4 light squares, 10 dark medium squares, 6 medium squares, and 2 dark fabric squares. What we're going to be making here is 2 9 patches and then an offset block for each corner. And I'm going to lay that out for you and we'll be back. Okay, you'll see here that I have the top half of the block laid out. The bottom half of this block is a mirror image, so I have actually laid both out on top of each other, and you can see we have the 9 patch and then a half bordered patch over here. This we will construct in the traditional 9 patch method, and I'll come back to you for the other one in a moment. As you can see here folks, I've laid out the 9 patch next to my sewing machine to make it easier for me to put them all together. What I'm going to do here is join all the vertical seams in the first column and the second column, and then I'll meet you over at the ironing mat. Just going to interrupt the flow of my sewing here to let you know what I do at this stage. As you can see, I've chain pieced all of those together. So what I'm going to do is leave the 3 from each block attached by the little cord in between so that I don't get confused or sew an incorrect piece to the incorrect block. I'll continue in this fashion and then I will meet you at the ironing mat. Over at our pressing station, you can see that I still have these all joined together, and we can double check the pattern, which I'll pop up in the frame to make sure that we have the right layout. Again, we're going to press the top and the bottom out and the middle part in. You could clip these apart before pressing. I like to leave them joined so that nothing gets mixed up. We're now going to sew these 2 seams and everything should nest. After sewing both of those horizontal seams, we are just going to press those out from the center on both sides. And your corner 9 patch units will be done. Now if we look at our other two corners, you can see here I have two stacked up again. This can be a simple 4-patch construction. So we will sew these seams here, and then finally the horizontal seam on both here. And I'll do that over at the machine and join you back. As you can see, I've left these attached again, and this time we're going to press towards the dark. And then sew the seam across here. Okay, so looking at just the top half of this block, this would go this way, and I put this block here so I could check which way this seam is going to know which way I need to press this one. And in this case, it's under. And for this bottom corner, it is also towards the dark. And these ones here are automatically in opposing directions as well. Now we'll just make a 4-patch. With those sewn, I'm going to press towards this black side because it has a less seams than this other side. So we'll do that. That will also mean that these two seams are opposite, and we'll check this again, and they all are as well. So if you've pressed as per my notes in this video, everything will nest on this final seam. With this final press, you could either choose to press it open or flick it to one side, and I'm just going to open it up to one side because everything is reasonably flat. Give it a once over. And that is this week's block done. Okay folks, that is the final block for summer camp. Now you need to get on with your sashing. I did a video for that earlier. I will post a link for that up here and in the comments below. As far as the borders go, I will be doing a video on borders to go along with the Just Add Shortcake sew along, so you can watch there, as most borders are put on the same way. Thank you so much for joining me for this summer camp sew along, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye for now.